Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Batman Arkham Asylum for the PlayStation 3. In the last episode, we beat up Bane, then ran him into the water with our car. We also headed to this Batcave that a very paranoid Batman has built under Arkham Island. And we have obtained the Batclaw. So we found out that Dr. Young has been experimenting with venom, that stuff that Bane uses to make himself big and bulgy, and she has developed this new formula called Titan. So this is what created that monster we saw at the beginning of the game that suffered from a heart attack. And Joker is trying to make an entire army of these. I don't know why nobody questioned Dr. Young while she was doing this, because there's no way she could have just gotten Bane into that thing by herself, or how she was nope, I don't know. Anyway, we can stand behind this guy. It turns out that a number of these thugs actually do have families, and they actually care for their families. It's weird. Like in Arkham Knight, there's actually, you can sometimes hear some of them saying, "I've got to get home early, I'm watching the kids tomorrow." It's so weird. These are thugs. These are guys vandalizing Gotham City. And yet they look after their kids. It's so weird. You can take this guy out if you want. But I thought I'd just stand here and listen to the conversation. Because why not? These conversations are actually pretty long. So we have the Batclaw. And what that thing does is it allows us to grapple onto certain things. And then pull them away. What were we using to grab onto the gargoyles and ledges? So I don't know how it differs. But the Batclaw, you're mainly going to be using it to pull off the grates when they're not like right on the ground. Yeah, now we take this guy out. You can also use it to pull in mooks that are close to you. I think that's the only purpose it really has here. Because in Arkham City, I don't think we can do it here, but in Arkham City we can also use it to grab onto Riddler trophies that are further away.
I returned to my work, but I could not shake the pictures from my mind. I should have been repulsed, but I was more eager than ever to find an explanation for why someone would do this.
So his family's been murdered. And that's pretty much going to be the beginning of what happens to Amadeus Arkham. We'll get more into that in a minute. I don't know how none of these guys noticed me right here. Yeah, I do like to try and hear in what these conversations are. I'm aware I'm talking over it, but that's what subtitles are for. I know I'm selective with it, I know. But yeah, in Arkham City, you can use the Batclaw to grab a hold of Riddler trophies. I don't think you can do that here. When I get to the next recording session, I'll give it a try, but I don't think you can do it here. Weirdly, I don't think it matters actually where you aim the Batarang at the most. You can aim them at their arms, you can aim them at their knees, their heads, but I don't think it actually makes any difference. They fall down regardless. But I can aim it at two mooks now because I have the twin Batarangs. I said this like twice or three times, but I'll say it again. Much as I really do like, as much as I prefer Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, you do miss the extra abilities that Arkham City added. Like that. I wish I could just go into a beatdown when I do that cape stun. That's the main one. It's mainly the beatdown. The others I can live without. But the beatdown I'm always using. So this is our main purpose for the Batclaw. If you press R1, you'll simply fire the Batclaw. If you press R2, once again, like the Batarang, you'll go into a sort of cinematic mode. So this is the cave area of Arkham. It includes the Batcave. Let's see what's through this door. Oh, we can. Oh, hello. Remember this guy?
Find you. Rip your flesh like paper.
Lovely. Weren't they taking him away from the caves at the beginning of the game? How did he end up back in there?
Is he here yet? You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man.
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
The only thing I don't like, particularly with Killer Croc's interview tapes, is, I don't mean to sound rude, but Dr. Whistler talks really slowly. Like, compared to the others. She's got, like, she's got very little emotional range. At certain points she will, but not nearly as much.
Doesn't make any sense.
Jack White, isn't that a singer? Didn't he do the song for Quantum of Solace? The worst Bond song by a mile. Him and Alicia Keys. No offense to either of them, but that song is awful. And it certainly isn't Bond. The music's great, but the song itself, ugh. Easily my least favourite. And I love me some James Bond. No, I have not played GoldenEye 64. I don't even own an N64. I played the remake. I hated it. I don't play first-person shooters, but I hated that. I hated that game. It was mainly just because, well, mainly because I don't know anything about first-person shooters. But it was also really annoying me that one moment the enemy is on the radar, then suddenly they're not. It's like they're right in front of me. Why aren't they on my radar? So I can't keep track of where they are. Right. There are two sections like this. And these are the absolute worst areas when it comes to Riddler trophies. Oracle, I was talking to myself. They're very much like labyrinths. We'll be coming back to this area later. There is a question mark trophy in here. So I spend a bit of time trying to find it, but I couldn't find it in the end. So I think it might be on the other side where we'll go to later on in the game.
Exactly.
But even there's like my 4th or 5th playthrough, these rooms still drive me insane when I'm looking for Riddler trophies. How appropriate! I'm in an asylum, but I also I think the point of an asylum is to stop you being insane, isn't it? But this one I don't find to be quite as bad. It's the second one that's a real pain, because there's a lot more Riddler trophies in that one as well.
Go on.
Whereas this one isn't too bad. This is me looking for the question mark, but I don't find it.
No mystery why she's so good. I'm coming up to the surface.
I can't even remember where the question mark is. I can't even remember which one's which between this and the other one, because both the question marks are found in both of these sections. I think this is the one I'm thinking of. The one where the dot is on like a small wall, and then the other bit is on the ceiling. I can't remember what the other area's question mark was like. There is a question mark. I think I went over this before. There is a question mark in each area, like one question mark that you have to try and align. There's one in all 3 outdoor areas of Arkham. Everything else there is just the one. They're all different in this game, but in Arkham City, the riddle itself is always the same. It's like, this kind of question can only be answered from an unusual perspective. But in this one, they are all different. It's the same basic idea, but they are all different. And I'm glad they got rid of them for the later games. But I think it's the same in that game. There's one question mark in every single area. So let's just keep going. I don't remember where the question mark is, but there's a whole other area that I haven't explored. Because the main difficulty with this game when it comes to the question marks is that they're blue. I just saw it. I just saw that ledge. That's the ledge I meant to grab. It's behind. It's okay. That tower I was just on. That's just off to just over there, just off to my right. That is where it is. Oh, I just saw the ledge there. That's why these areas are a pain. Everything looks the same. And you can't grapple either. This is also our way out of the cave. This is also our way out of the caves. Eventually. Not quite. I thought it was.
Taped patient session 2. Patient name Waylon Jones, aka Killer Croc.
So, is this the part where you try and reason with me? Find out why I did it, Doc.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones.
You got a cure for me then, Doc? Can you make me normal?
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one's really normal, are they?
Figured as much. So, how about this, Doc? You let me go now, and I won't eat you.
You don't really eat people. It's just an urban myth.
Oh, you think? Keep believing that, Doc.
Killer Croc is really quite terrifying in the Arkham series, I will say that. Well, okay, in Arkham Asylum. In the other games, he's nothing. He's the first boss of Arkham Origins. He appears as like an Easter egg in Arkham City, and he appears as part of the Most Wanted expansion DLC in Arkham Knight, but that's it. He doesn't really do much after this game. Okay, now we're going out of the caves. I just need to remind myself that that is the way into the caves. Because one thing that I always do is I always enter the caves through the intensive treatment, which means that if I miss something, I have to go all the way through the intensive treatment again. No, there is a door there. I must remember that. Finally stop myself going through. I mean, the way I normally do it anyway is I just go through intensive. When I'm doing like a Riddler cleanup.
They brought the animal before me, shameless and barking like a mad dog. For what felt like days, I endured his boasts. He took pleasure recounting his actions, cataloguing his depraved crimes. What should have been revenge turned to pity. This poor dog needed my help.
Yeah. When I get to the
Access to the armory.
Riddler cleanup, I usually just end up going through intensive treatment and then straight into the caves. So in the end, it doesn't really matter. Right, snipers. Most annoying enemies in the game. Not very common, but still a pain. Quite literally, these guys hurt. Their guns are powerful, and they have a hell of a vision. Even when you're not near, even when you're like nowhere near the line of sight of that thing, like that, they will find you. Thankfully, they generally can't aim straight downwards. There can be exceptions, but generally they don't aim straight downwards. But they are annoying. And the Arkham Origins loves these things. Like, loves snipers, these things, yeah. Loves these guys. Like, they are everywhere in Origins. And one of them is right next to a fast travel point with the Batwing. Like, you get out of the Batwing and then suddenly you're in an area surrounded by snipers. Like, why? Why would you put snipers there? The exact drop-off area, they won't actually see you, but still, that's a really stupid place to put them. Anyway, I completely missed this Riddler trophy right here that I could have gotten when I first got the explosive gel, because we are literally where the Batmobile was. So now let's fall down. I like how Batman first reacts and then he falls down. Well, yeah, I have to grab your map so because it is part of the challenge. This is what I mean. The Riddler trophies on the map aren't very clear on exactly where they are. The question marks move, and sometimes they can actually be a bit off from where I think they're supposed to be. Like this one, there's two of them here. One of them is inside this building, which I can't get to yet. The other one beats me where it is. I go all the way up here. I can't see any sort of interview tape. I went up here at the beginning when I went to get the Batmobile to get the explosive gel. So, beats me what I'm missing here. There's 2 Riddler trophies over there, but I can only see one of them on the map. Now I can see 2 of them on the map. I don't know what one it is. I guess again, cleanup. You guys don't have to see all of that. But, I don't know how I missed this Riddler trophy. I already got the Tweedledee and Tweedledum riddle. I need the explosive gel, not the explosive gel, the cryptographic sequencer to get to the one over there. I don't remember how many others I went for. Do I go for anything else here? I'm pretty sure I already got the question mark riddle. I misaimed there. Weirdly, that looks like it should be able to withstand Batman. That doesn't. But this is the one that I can grapple up to, weirdly. Yeah, I don't know what the other one there is. Unless it turns out to be 2 trophies or maybe a trophy and an interview tape in that building later on. I don't know what it is I'm missing. Anyway, this is where I decided to take a U-turn. I wanted to see if there was anything new inside the visitor center. Unfortunately, the visitor center requires me to go in completely the wrong direction. So let's head over there now. Eventually, I go up here first. So I already went across one building that looks like this to find nothing. This one has a Riddler trophy. So this is probably what I was thinking of earlier. Warden Quincy Sharp. Yay. I'm Warden Idiot. So I decided... Yep, that's where I decided, you know what, let's go to the visitor center. Let's see if we've got anything else. Are they expecting us? Let's find out.
You again? You're early! Sit down! I suppose I can squeeze you in. I've been comparing notes with Dr. Crane. He seems a little worried about your progress. According to his notes, you should have come over to our side by now. What is it that keeps you going? Doesn't it ever get boring?
Maybe Batman just likes punching people in the face. I don't know. Does that occur to Dr. Crane? Right, I tried seeing if I could go and explore the other part of the Arkham Island, but I can't. The door's locked. So we're back in the regular way now. Take out the Joker teeth. I think if you go to the far side, you can grapple up there. Because I actually do like the conversations these guys have. It's like, Joker told me to kill my sister once. Did you do it? Oh yeah! Never liked her anyway. So the conversations the mooks have are pretty entertaining. In Arkham Knight though, these guys can be outright idiots at points. The hell's going on with him? Woo, woo, woo. All that's missing is like the little spinning stars. Oh my god, this laptop. Seriously. You're plugged in! I can't see what's going on. The screen is too dark and this game is too dark. You're plugged in, laptop. Your battery is not dying. Come on. I want to see. I definitely can't see what Batman's in detective mode. Go back in. I don't know what it is with this laptop. It does this at points. It's plugged in, but it for some reason loses connection with the AC adapter, and I don't know why. This laptop is dying. I just got a new one, but unfortunately the Hall Pog requires a disk to install it, and it doesn't have a disk drive. Oh, I've known. Money, money, money. You spend money on the laptop, and now you have to spend more money on some new capture software. Money, money, money. Who invented money? The biggest idiots the planet's ever seen. Anyway, more snipers. That's always fun. This is where avoiding the snipers can be quite difficult. We've got 2 over by Wayne Manor. And they see me. You can hear the sound effect when they spot you. The thing is, once they spot you, I don't know how you're supposed to get out of the way. So I can go around the other side of this building and they still see me. So, beats me what I'm supposed to do, but there I go. What's that's my first death? Is that my first death? I think it is.
The little bats are sleeping. Someone.
What do you think? I was just in detective mode. Yeah, that's what the game over screens look like. You have one of the villains coming up to you and then saying something to you. Or in Killer Croc's case, he flat out eats you. Bane, we actually see him break Batman's back. I think every villain except Joker have 2 things that they say to you. So, and when you're playing into like the Joker in the Joker, I think is exclusive to the Game of the Year edition on PS3. I think if you get the Return to Arkham, I think it's available to both consoles, but otherwise he was PS3 exclusive. And there you will have Batman in the game over screen. Also, these headphones are broken because the sound only works in one set properly, and now it keeps switching between which one it wants to use. The clear one or the not clear one. Technology is the future of the world, ladies and gentlemen, as Batman proves. Which means the world is gonna die. With the technology, this is how technology is. Ow! You shot me with a sniper at point blank range right in the face, and somehow Batman did not die. I'm trying to shoot him down, but I'm hitting the Joker teeth. Yeah, it's a good thing that you decide not to look down. Right, since you shot me in the face, I'm just going to let the blood rush to your head and eventually kill you. This might be Batman, but I'm not. You shot me in the face, what do you expect me to do? Always check for Riddler trophies. Because you never know when you're going to come across one. Here, we have a little breakable floor over here. You don't say, Joker. Never thought it would be you. Anyway, next time we're going to be heading inside Arkham Mansion in search of Dr. Young. So I will see you guys then.